What is up, everyone? This will be my XinZhao video, and we are in the trenches right now. We are invading the enemy jungler's blue level 1 solo. I do believe in being a man, and if you want to play as XinZhao, you must be a man. Be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river. Going on to this video is XinZhao. I think he's one of the best low elo junglers to play right now. He's super strong, super broken. Follow my guide, follow these instructions if you want to succeed on this OP jungler. For starters, we're going to start E level 1. And we're just going to solo this blue buff. I saw the E somewhere on the skirts of my bot side, so I assume that maybe my bot side might be infiltrated. So we go with this information and we play around it. I'm going to destroy this enemy blue buff, and we're going to play for his side of the jungle, right? You generally want to do this if you ever see the enemy jungler and bot lane walk into your bot side. This is just a go button for you to kind of, take care of business, which is exactly what we're going to be doing here. W level 2. Or Q level 2, it's up to you, really. I like W just to, possibly get the AoE camps going. And here the Garen's actually proxying, so I really don't care about that champion. He is a penguin after all. And when we play XinZhao, it's all about farming and then full clear and then ganking, right? The mechanics on his kit are very instrumental for your success. The most important one is your W. It has two parts to it. It thrusts around you and then it thrusts forward, like what I do with a lot of people. And yeah, you want to make sure the second part hits the champion because it marks them, and when they're marked, you get that extra attack range on your sort of dash ability. So when you hit them with the W, this dash range goes way, way up. I'm talking real large. And this Garen, we're going to take care of him because I ain't going to let this slide, man. I ain't going to let this slide, Garen. Penguin or not, I'm going to shut him down. Look at him go. He's a little rat, isn't he? Let him use his spells first and tank minions. And that's when you go in. Dash on him, knock up. Don't give the Gwen kill. I want all that juicy gold. And you can see Yi actually did take my bot side, so, being a man paid off, right? Sometimes you got to be, if you want to play this champion, you just got to be Giga Alpha. I'm talking real Giga Chad. As Giga Chad as it gets. There's no time for the wicked. You must play as a Giga Chad Alpha because he also has incredible sustain in his kit. That's just something you're going to be able to capitalize on with how much sustain. The build we're going to be doing is Sunder's Sky. We got an intruder. Lads, don't fear it, though. Take it head on, because what is he doing? He's tanking the buff. So what we can do is just keep him in this area and buy some time. No escaping, like I said. We're not here to joke around. Like I said, we're not here to play. This is my jungle. And that is exactly what we do to enemies who invade us. You see what the trick was to make sure he's tanking the red buff. I kite backwards as much as possible, so he ends up getting all those red buff autos, which hurts a lot, especially early game. And from there on, I just keep kiting. I wait for his meditate. The rest is history. Here, I'm just going to get the crab and try to reset off this. Crab most likely is up because, if he made it to my red on that timing, then crab just has to be up here. And this base is going to be really nice for us. This item for your first base is just going to be huge. I could gank this Gwen, but we don't want to gank right now because we have our base timer, right? We always play for this base timer. And Tunneler is the best early game base item in the game. Switch to Sweeper if you preferred. If not, keep your yellow trinkets. It really doesn't matter that much. And here, this item, 250 health, 15 attack damage. It allows us to be the man that we always wanted to be. The one your father wanted you to be. But this is exactly what you need. And from here on, we're just going to go and pad down, get our jungle camps, and then look for the reset. So these here are going to respawn. So here, you can see level 4. That means they're the respawn versions, right? Really good to always get the respawns. These will be level 4 for him. So in the end, the respawns are just very valuable. What I'm going to do is actually check the crab and see if he's on dragon, maybe. With the grubs coming up, honestly, in this new meta, it's really just check the dragon, right? Make sure you check. Put a pink here. And from on here, we can either look for a bot gank. If not, we're just going to go back to farming right now. And yeah, check the dragon, because dragon really strong right now in this meta. A lot of games go longer. Grubs are good, but honestly, never die for grubs is my opinion. I think grubs are just going to hurt you. Like that one woman in your life. It's really going to hurt you. And grubs are just not good for the game if you die, because dying in this jungle meta is really bad, right? You just don't want to fall behind, because the most important thing you can do right now is just farm your jungle and fight when it's good for you. That's all this game is now. It's the easiest jungle meta I've seen in my life. You just farm and fight when it's good for you. This Garen, going for this, it's going to be a free kill again, right? So we just go for it. Hit him with that W. That's the mark we talked about. And that circle indicator is the extra knockup radius that you see. And from here on, we just trim him down like the little penguin he is. Trim that little fat he got on him. And now we go to the Krugs. He could be on grubs right now, but honestly, I don't really want to walk all the way there yet. What I'm going to do is just finish my Krugs because essential is our jungle farm. And if he's on it, he's on it. I'll check afterwards. And if he shows that he's killed it all, then what we're going to do is just play for the dragon. So most likely 2 spawns, this one and this one will spawn. So what we're going to do is check if this one is alive yet. So we're just going to W here. Looks like he's on it. So we're just going to dash over and take over. So this is my grubs now. Be a man. And he will not be a man as he's just a cowardly little Yi. One grub gives you a lot of experience. So if you fear anything, see that W hit right there? Very beautifully done. So we can just go on him right away. And then we can get that knockup going. And here I'm just waiting by my times for the Annie to come. Because once I go on, I just kite a bit, buy some more time, you know. The E slowing. We know his flash is down. We get another knockup here. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. And we get the top crab here, and the game is just pretty much in our hand. In our little cubicle hand. We have it. We have it ready. And you just play like this. Play really smart around your damage. I mean, your early game is really strong. Your weaknesses are pretty much like heavy farm AP junglers. Something that can like overscale you. And things that are going to kite you and stuff, right? Like melee to melee combat. XinZhao is the boss. He's the man. The alpha. He will beat you in a melee combat fight. That's just how it goes. Other things can be bad. Here I could raid for a ruby. But I'm not someone who wastes time, right? We don't waste time in life. We got to keep moving forward. And from here on, we just go. We leave that ruby crystal behind. And 900 gold is our next buy item. So we're going to make sure we have enough. Your ultimate combos really well into pretty much everything. It prevents anyone outside of the circle from damaging you. So you just want to make sure your champion is strong enough to pretty much beat anyone inside this circle. That's the goal when you play XinZhao. I'm trying to be as strong as possible so I can beat literally everyone in my circle bubble. This is like my safe space, right? So I have to be able to push people and beat them in this space area that I've created. Here, I mean, Yi's up to no good. Like, he doesn't understand which side of the jungle he's on. He may think this is his jungle, but it's not. It's my jungle. Akali has Shroud. That's the thing that I have to worry about. But if I'm able to get on her, that should be a kill there. Boink. And I could play around, mess around with the Yi, but we talked about what's important about this game. We're not wasting time here. We go straight to the objective. And my goal is to start the next jungle camp. Hold on a second. Boom. Hit him with that. So you see, that's the E range, right? I have a huge dash range. I could dash in. But once I start a dragon, I always finish it. Because you know what? I finish what I start. That's the mindset you should have when you're jungling. I only go off of it if I feel like I can instantly one-shot him. Or, you know, if it may not be good for me. Like if I don't have smite or something. But overall, this is very clean. Even though I have Thunder Sky right now, I might as well just farm the camps that are really close by. In this situation, since blue is up, what we're going to do is actually farm the blue and the grub. So why I like to do this is because I'm probably going to be playing topside for a while with the void grubs coming up. And I just don't want these camps to be up because I'm going to be basing in a bit. And they're just really easy for the enemy jungler or someone to steal, right? So try to take these camps ASAP. And if you see how I've been playing this game, it's really, really flawless. Like, I don't like tooting my own horn, but like, you know, I just played really well around no time wasted, right? We try not to waste time. We play as, you know, the time is a valuable thing. It's an essence of what we are. And the cleaver buy second is the standard build. You go Thunder Sky, cleaver. Third, fourth item, usually DD, unless the team is AP heavy. Then you can go into like, you know, Sterix and stuff like that. Spear Visage is generally the best MR item in the game right now, so Spear Visage later on is really good. If you need an MR item, it's just a very powerful tool with you because of how much healing you have, right? With my kit, I have so much healing in my kit. Your survivability relies heavily on this passive effect, which every third hit, you're going to heal a lot. So a lot of your champion is just autoing, making sure you can get autos off. So if you find yourself in a pickle of a situation and you need to get out of it, running is never going to be the way because you have to be a man. You have to fight your way out of it. Trust me when I say this, a lot of fights you're going to have to fight your way to get out. This is where it's interesting You can go into Q max or E max. Recently, I've been experimenting more with... No, penguin. You ain't going nowhere, buddy. I got you for 5 whole minutes, my boy. April Fool's is over. Get a life. But yeah, you can go into Q or E max. Recently, I've been trying a lot more Q max after the buffs. I think Q max... Wait a hell. Wait a goddamn second. Someone in there? All right, Master E has been... I played with him too much. He's pushing me. No, I guess I just missed it. So it's more over here. Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that. But yeah, just power farm, get your cleaver item. For boots, I really like armor boots. If the enemy team has a lot of CC, then you can go merc chest. But generally, you're always kind of saving your money on boots, especially with the free boots. And you go the MR items later on, and then you're pretty much hard chilling. From here on out, though, you just pretty much play off, you know, objective timers and ganks when it's good for you. Since we have a lot of the grubs, it's really good to just break a tower and break the game open. Like, you can easily force first tower. Let's say you're in a bit of a dicey situation. You want to get first tower. You just go walk in and pretty much just force it down with the wave push, right? So here, Gwen, I would be like, Gwen, go push the wave. Or if I feel like this person's too slow, I would just go push myself. Here, the Gwen is pushing it. So I'll be like, Gwen, push the wave. I want some of the plates. I deserve some of the plates. Who the hell got all the void growths for us? Me. So here, come get the plates. It's exactly why we do it, right? We deserve some of the wealth for our accomplishments, right? Never forget the middleman. From here on, get the tower. And there are also ways for us to, you know, this is a good strategy when you want to force, you know, plates down before the tower plates fall off, right? They will fall off around 14 minutes, I believe. And you just want to force at least one hard tower push before that if you can. If you're in a winning position, it really shouldn't be that... Oh, yes, that's mine. You get the hell out of here. I'm following him. Hold on a second. Hey, buddy, I actually know where you live, so we're going to be going to the same spot. We literally live in the same spot. Problem is he's called his girlfriend Akali here, so we have to go slow a bit. So I have to back up. And from here on, we just go cycle between farm, play around objectives. Dragon's up. I'm in the dragon area. There was a few camps for me to kill. I never really force hard ganks. Like, I look at Lucian Nami, right? Lucian Nami is not really an easy gank for me. They have a lot of mobility. Nami can just press R. Nami also really annoying champion. So, and my champs, we don't have any real CC, right? So I'm never forcing on them. There will be times where I can easily fight them, but overall, like, I don't see an angle till I see them all in, right? And now we're starting to see a little bit more of this sort of all-in potential. Well, now we look, wow, they're low, right? Half health targets. That's even easier to gank, right? Because I can just burst them down with like a flash combo. So generally, that's like your goal, right? You want to make sure you're going for these plays when it's real easy for you to sort of get them going. But you're never really forcing them too hard. So here we follow the wave and we're just trying to get on Lucian. If they stay under tower, they're pretty much dead, right? Here we hit W, don't take our out. We have knock up, right? So we can knock up combo. Hit the tower, and then boom. Master Yi is no longer a master. He is a student of Mr. Zhao. Mr. Zhao is on the case. Be a man, you must speak at the coursing river. It's a great typhoon. Here we're gonna get the dragon. Mysterious like the dark side of the moon. And when we get the dragon here, we want to base and get our cleaver by. And this is just a really good base timer. You got so much pressure, you killed people. And you can just perfectly base on this timer and get the cleaver by, which you pretty much, you love to have. You really do love to have the cleaver by here. And I'm going to go either top or bot side. If you're curious about where you should be going after basing, it's always priority number 1, farm. Both sides don't really have that much farm. Number 2, objective, right? So objective Herald is the next objective coming up. I'm going to go to Herald side, right? That's the rule. That's the rule. What to do in base, farm, then objective. If I have no farm at all coming up, or if I have no farm at all coming up top side, that applies more to early game. Later in the game, sometimes you can just force more farm by like getting the objective and then going afterwards. But Yes, it's farm then objective. That's where you're sort of going. In this situation, I'm going to pretty much have a free Herald. And I might as well take it, right? When you're super ahead, the game, you know, around this point till 20 minutes when we can start side laning, you're pretty much all you're doing is just getting these farm waves. Like you're just getting these objectives, farming like half your jungle. That's pretty much all I do. I farm like half my jungle side, do the objective, then farm the other half, maybe invade, and then rinse and repeat, right? That's like the game plan. Because jungle, there's always going to be more and more stuff to do. With Otacon going to be coming up next, you're going to have pretty much your whole schedule booked for the week. Like, it's a busy life as a jungler. Your schedule is just, God, no days off. It's real rough. Here I could go on the Nami, but check the camps first. Nothing up here. I'm just going to base now because I have all this bot side. Lucian's pushing for free, not on my watch. And yeah, here you would probably want to go for the armor boots if you have enough. If not, okay. This game, like we said, this looks like a DD game. So I'd most likely be going into... I would most likely be going into DD this game. And by the time your second item, you should get your boots. Why? Because if you're playing as well as me, you're going to win the Feast of Strength. And you're going to just have free, 5 armor, which isn't that much, but, might as well start getting going. And for upgrading your boots, personally, it really depends on the situation. For armor boots, I only like to upgrade them when, this gets to like 200 HP, right? So usually after the third item is always good to upgrade armor boots into like AD comps. But if they're really AD heavy, you can get it a bit earlier. Personally, I'd rather not upgrade them until like third item. After DD, I go for like my upgrades. Mostly because that's where it's going to feel really good value. And that's just sort of how you should look at it. It's mostly after that third item, like the DD buy, then your upgraded boots are going to feel real good. Enemy team is really not doing anything, so I'm just going to have to go farm. You really don't want to like waste all your life away by trying something really aggressive. This is generally how you're cleanly going to win the game, is eventually the cookies will crumble, as they say. Eventually they will have to do something. And if they're not doing anything, what do? We take aggressive positions in their jungle, right? So here, what am I doing? I'm going to invade their top side. Seems like they're hovering top side. Master Yi's probably finishing some jungle camps. Gromp is done. So what we're going to do is force, fights now, right? So now I feel okay. Like this guy's been getting away with too much. So let me take care of him. Let me get his flash, right? Like he's disrespecting me, disrespecting my family by staying in that side of the jungle. Okay, he flashes. Like get the fish now. Okay, I'm going to probably have to go deep for this one. And that's just how it is. Like if I need an escape plan, what do is drop the Herald here. It's just a very easy but perfectly cleared escape plan. Hit the E on the way out, maybe a kill. And yeah, we're just out of here. And then I can just go back in if I really dare to. Unnecessary, but it is what it is. And yeah, I like to wait a bit longer for my upgraded boost because I think DD third item is usually really strong for you. You're gonna feel real good with the def stance buy, and from there on you can go into like the other components. A lot of comboing with your champion. A lot of times you want to start with your E and then Q right away. Try to get the third knock up, then W them right after. Once you get more ability haste, you can just E and W right away. Because once you start queuing them, it reduces the cooldown of your abilities by 1 second. So you're going to have your W pretty much right back up by the end of the queue. That's just generally how you want to play around your abilities on XinZhao. And yeah, you just got to be a man. You got to be brave. You got to be as brave as possible, right? You got to be very alpha. If you want to get better at this game, you got to be a Giga Chad. That's all it is. Play aggressive, play smart and aggressive. That's what I try to teach, right? I always try to teach you how to be smart and aggressive. And that's where a lot of people struggle a lot with. They're diving pretty hard, but not on my watch. Bitches get stitches, is what they say. Nope. Garen, don't do this, man. Don't you walk back in here, man. Not you, Penguin. Not you. And yeah, from here, just get the objectives, and then you can go into side lane. I'm gonna teach you guys a real good hack on how you're gonna carry low ranks games much more. Pretty much, this is what you need to be doing a lot more if you want to carry in low rank. And if you're doing like decent or okay and you're stronger than maybe like one of the solo laners, just go steal a bunch of solo lane farm. After 20 minutes, you should be stealing a lot of solo lane farm. You're never gonna be that high level unless you do exactly what I said, right? The stealing of the farm is just essential. No way this guy's here. Oh shit, I don't have my smite. I guess I'll just have to kill them anyways. Garen, you little rat, man. I swear these... Yoink. Hitting an ability will reduce your cooldown, right? So hitting that ward just brought my cooldowns right back up. And yeah, take the farm. Take solo lane experience. It's broken. Why do you think these bad solo laners are always so strong? Much stronger than you as a jungler? Because they get this solo lane experience. And after 20 minutes, your jungle item debuff goes away. So you can freely take as many waves from your solo laners. And if you're doing well enough, they do not care, right? If you're doing poorly, they'll probably get mad. Nukin. Right? So you have to play a little game of psychology on them, knowing when you can take. Don't take directly from them when they're on the wave. Take when they're like dead, when they're not even in base yet. Like you see a time you could just go steal a whole bunch of waves. Don't just take one and leave. Take two, take three, and then leave if you can. It's just really important to steal a bunch of that farm if you really want to do well. I'm staying, guys. I ain't hear no bell. I'm going back in. Hold on a second. Here they're pushing with nothing really in mind, so what I'm gonna do is exactly what I said. Grab a couple more minions here. Jungle farm doesn't scale as well as you think, the experience from it, but what scales really good is lane experience plus extra jungle farm as like a snack. That's how I carry a lot of games, especially lower rank. A really heavy split push strategy that only really works after a certain amount of time, because you will have early on you can't do that because of the jungle item debuff, right? So there is a time and a place for when you can kind of pull it off. And you just have to understand that. So here my ultimate prevents all range damage. Here I'm charging up my Q, right? What I did there... I'm fine, buddy. What? Oh! You can charge up 2 Qs, flash on them, E, auto attack, knock them up into a W. That's a pretty good one-shot combo on XinZhao that you can easily make yours as well. And hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. XinZhao, be a man, Mr. Zhao video. Subscribe, watch my streams to catch more gameplay, and yeah, check it out.